All right, so welcome to the Thursday edition of Performance Seminar. Tonight we have three performers who I will announce in a bit. All right, so our first performer is going to be Avalyn, who's going to announce her name and the piece that she's playing. Can you go ahead?
Hi, my name's Avalyn, and I'll be playing the Meadow.
All right. And that was Avalyn performing the Meadow by Desplat. All right. Cool. So I am going to start the poll, and then if you guys have any verbal feedback to give, you guys can raise your hands pretty much. You guys a chance to fill out the poll real quick. Yeah. The poll results coming in. Does anyone have any verbal feedback to give? Yeah, Iris, if you want to go ahead. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Beginning should be softer.
Beginning should be softer. And then Shivani, if you want to go ahead as well.
It could have started off a little bit softer, and then some of it she kind of slowed down. I don't know if it was wrong or if it was supposed to be in there, but if she did make a mistake, I don't think anyone would have noticed if she didn't slow down.
Yeah. And yeah, just to clarify, Avalyn, this was a draft, right? It's my understanding. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's why the poll's a little bit different. So we have two polls. We have the stage 2 or draft 3 and 4 polls. So that kind of focuses on like the more draft mode stuff, and then we have the final performance stage 3 poll that focuses more on the performance aspect. So yeah, if some of you guys are noticing the poll changed. So yeah, so now we're going to go over the poll. Yeah, everyone's filled it out, so we can take a look at that now. So if you want to take a look at this, yeah, so now you can start seeing that. So yeah, in terms of rhythm, you got 2 votes for 3 and 3 votes for 4. The rhythm, when you knew the notes, I think it was pretty good. Like, I don't think there were any rhythm issues in this piece. I think there was more kind of dealing with the notes of the piece that was kind of more the issue. But yeah, overall your rhythm was pretty good. So that probably averaged out to like a 3.75, leaning towards like a 4, between 3 and 4. In terms of notes, you got 1 vote for 2, 1 vote for 3, and 3 votes for 4. Overall it was pretty good, but it seemed like there were a few sections where you were a little bit confused or weren't sure what to play then. So that's probably where we got from the 2 and the 3. So I would say, yeah, it's probably somewhere around the 3. The note accuracy was pretty good for the most part, but there are a few sections that you missed. So maybe like pointing out those sections, targeting those, and practicing that. On the pulse, you got 3 votes for 3, 2 votes for 4. Yeah, you had a pretty consistent pulse for the most part. But then I think there were a few sections where it was a little bit lost. The pulse was consistent though, but sometimes when you got a little bit confused, it kind of went away. And then dynamics, you got 1 vote for 2, 2 votes for 3, and 2 votes for 4. So it kind of averaged out to around 3, a little bit above a 3. Yeah, I think you can incorporate more dynamics. There's not a lot of written dynamics in the piece, but I think definitely adding in some dynamics and kind of working on that, because it kind of felt like it was the same dynamic range or area throughout the entire piece. And then articulation, you got 4 votes for 3 and 1 vote for 4. And yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think there was a few sections where, so that kind of averages out to like a 3, a little bit above a 3. There were a few points where I think it was you were unsure on what the notes were or what part you were playing. So I think maybe working out the coordination for that would probably help. All right. So that's